Hey lovelies, it's Ebony and I'm back with another video for you. I know it's been a long time since I last posted a hair video, but I'm super excited, truly excited, because I want to talk to you guys about this hair dryer. I know you probably have seen this hair dryer all over the internet, YouTube, Instagram, wherever, and you've been wondering, should I spend my $400 on this hair dryer? And the answer probably is always no. It was no for me for years and years and years until I finally got enough of a Sephora return credit, because if you know me, you know how I feel about Sephora's return policy. If you buy anything online, you return it online. If you wait too many days, they only give you a credit. It's ridiculous. But I finally got to the point where it was like, okay, this is store credit. Let me just put some of this towards the hair dryer. Otherwise, I'll never get this hair dryer. So let me go ahead and buy it. So now let's talk about it to see if you should spend, whether it be store credit dollars, money from your bank, tax return, whatever, on this hair dryer. So let's get into it. Okay, so just in case you're unfamiliar, Dyson vacuum cleaners, you guys know that brand. They have a whole hair tool line, whether it be curlers. I don't think they have a flat iron, but most popular is their hair dryer. This is the Dyson Supersonic hair dryer. Let me make sure I'm saying this correctly. Yes, this is the Dyson Supersonic hair dryer. And this video is not sponsored. As I said before, I spent my own little Sephora dollars in addition to my own to purchase this, but I just want to make sure I give you guys a thorough review because this is a lot of money. But right off the bat, I'm just gonna say I'm happy with my purchase. I'm glad that I bought this. I still don't know if $400 is the right price for it, because that's just a lot when you're talking about a hair tool. Like, anything over $200 to me is a lot. It's almost like unreasonable. And I get that, you know, that's why it took me so long to purchase this on my own. I was tired of wondering, would this hair dryer be a good option for me? You know, I currently use the Conair, I can't remember the name, but I'll put it in the description box. And it has been working really well for me, but I feel like it takes my hair too long to dry. I don't know if that's the dryer itself or if that's, you know, all the hair product I put on my curls. So it could just be a combination of all these different things. And on top of that, my hair never is frizz-free when I diffuse it. Like, some days it'll be fine, and I mean just fine. This is the best I can get. This is what I got. Or it can just be like a mess, and I'm wondering, is it me? Is it the hair dryer? Is it the product? I know I've used these products before. Why is it not working out? So it's just so many questions, and I'm tired of wondering. And right off the bat, I noticed the size of it. This thing is super small. I didn't expect it to be huge or anything like that, but it's just so small. So like, if I ever wanted to travel with this, it's definitely going in my carry-on. It's nice to know that this will fit in a large purse, no problem, because this will definitely not be getting checked. I love the size of it. It's not heavy. It feels good in my hand. It has that material that's it's not completely like that slippery plastic that's completely flat and smooth. It has a little bit of grip to it, just a little bit, to where it feels secure in my hand. I don't feel like I could easily drop this onto the floor and it go busting all over the place. And what I noticed next is, of course, the diffuser nozzle. I was a little bit skeptical about this because I was like, okay, I feel like the diffuser that I already have is bigger than this. It's downstairs somewhere. It's not worth it to go get it. But I feel like this is a little bit smaller than that. And plus, I like for my diffusers to have tall sides so like my curls can sit in it. So I was a little bit worried about that, but I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe they have some little technology thing going on. And what I noticed next is how easy this nozzle goes on. It's magnetic, so it immediately grabs onto it. It doesn't easily release. You have to pull it. And I will admit, diffuser attachments aren't something that easily come off of my hair dryer in general, because I'm not like creating a lot of tension with it. But it is nice to know that this will sit nice and tight on here, just because when something costs as much as this does, I want to know that everything is secure, because I don't want to even drop this and it go cracking or breaking all over the place, because I think the attachment pieces are like $40 or somewhere around there. And speaking of attachment pieces, this dryer came with, of course, the diffuser nozzle. It came with a concentrator nozzle, and it came with a smoothing nozzle. Now, I really don't get the difference between these two. One's a little wider than the other. This concentrator nozzle is for curly girls. You know, a lot of people like to use it at their roots to like help elongate their curls, or just create more volume with it, like from the root. This styling diffuser tip, or smoothing, actually smoothing, I'm assuming this is for, you know, people who like to use the round brush and blow out to straighten their hair that way. that will not be me. I don't have that type of motor skill or dexterity, so that's that on that. And there is a comb attachment available. It's $40. I'm thinking of getting it because I want to use this on Lex's hair. It's not worth it to drag my Rev Air out of the box, and the size of it, like his hair is not that long, so I would just rather pay the $40, use this, and get his hair dry in like probably half the time. All right, now moving on to the actual hair dryer itself. If you look at the back, it has, you can't really see, and the only way you can see is if I turn this on, but there are 3 settings for the heat side. If you look closely, you'll see there are 3 settings for the heat side. This little red dot, that's how you know it's the heat side. And it has like 3 little dots. And then on this side over here is the setting for the speed. So you have low, medium, high for how much force you want coming out of the dryer itself. I would turn this on, but it's gonna blow my face back. Maybe I'll do a separate shot to show you guys up close. Oh, and of course it has the cool shot here. Oh, there we go. Now, what I don't understand about hair dryers is why isn't there a lock option for the cool button? For $400, I should be able to lock this cool button in place and just dry my hair on a cool setting if that's what I want to do. Now, I know a lot of people don't normally do that, but I like to be able to release my thumb, you know, whenever I'm blow drying my hair, no matter if it's for 10 seconds or a minute. Like, I don't feel like I should have to hold the cool shot button. So I feel like Dyson could have really made a difference there, because I've yet to have a hair dryer that allows you to just lock the cool button in place. And I guess it's because most people don't use the setting for that long anyway, so maybe it's not worth it. But like I said, for $400, lock the button in place, please. Oh, and I want to show you guys how this thing sounds. It's not like super quiet. I mean, I thought it was gonna be a little bit quieter, because Dyson just has that reputation of like their fans, their silent fans and things like that, you know, just doesn't make a whole lot of noise. So I knew the blow dryer or the hair dryer wouldn't be silent, but I thought it would be, you know, significantly quieter. But I'm gonna let you hear and see what you think. I love how it turns off. It sounds so like a computer to me, or something like a robot, like zero. It's so cool. You know what I just noticed? On the high setting is where it's the loudest. So if you are using one of the lower settings, it's not that loud. So I will give them that. Now, while we're on the topic of the air and the power and the force and everything, I did want to share with you guys a couple of things that I saw on the website, which I think really helps contribute to why I like this hair dryer so much. I guess I should tell you why I like it first. As far as the results of my hair, my curls look amazing to me. These little random pieces, oops, they are so defined, they're soft, they're not frizzy at all. Like, I maybe had 1 or 2 little strands of frizz, and it just, oh, by the way, this is day 2 hair. I just did a wash and go yesterday, and these are the curls. My curls never look this good with the current hair dryer that I'm using. And I was really just blown away by how defined, no frizz, no nothing. Like, my hair doesn't feel dry. It still has moisture to it from the products that I used. It just, look at it. All the other technical specs and things like that, like, yeah, that's cool, that tells me why, but I'm more interested in how my hair is going to turn out. But I also should make note that it is important to know those specs, because you want to make sure that your hair is not going to be fried after using a product like this. And I really don't think that my hair will be, mostly because it's just not dry. This just feels like whatever moisture was there is locked in, and I feel like that contributes to why there's not really much frizz. It just looks, the definition is there. Like, what more could I really be asking for right now from this hair dryer? Now, a couple things I want to point out from their website. is the fact that it says it's the fastest drying hair dryer. It has a digital motor, a V9 combined with the air multiplier technology. It produces a high velocity of jet controlled air for the fastest drying and precision styling. And I don't know what an air multiplier technology is, but whenever you turn this on, it does have a little kickback. Like, that's not me moving it, that's just how it turns on. And I don't know what the science is behind that, but I think that concentrated air has a lot to do with how it dries your hair. It also prevents extreme heat damage to help protect shine. The intelligent heat control measures the air temperature over 40 times a second to prevent extreme heat damage. I don't know any hair dryer that does that. It also says that it delivers fast drying and styling, regular drying, and gentle drying with a constant cool flow. I don't know about fast. Now, it took me about 35 to 40 minutes to dry my hair. That's about how long it normally takes me these days since I've gotten my hair cut. It maybe shaved off 5 minutes or so, but it wasn't enough to where I was like blown away by like, oh my God, half the time. I'm okay with that. If I'm going to get these results every time or pretty much all the time, then I'm fine with that. I mean, drying my hair is not the hard part. It's the application of the products that takes all the time and is like the work part. Drying my hair is like, I'm almost done. It's the end. And yes, it would be great if I could have my hair be dry in 15 minutes or less. But I know I have a lot of hair. I know I use a lot of product at once, and it's just going to take a little longer for my hair to dry. But like I said, I'm cool with that. Now, one thing that did shock me that I was worried about while using the hair dryer is the fact that I didn't feel a lot of force coming through the diffuser. Whenever I use my previous hair dryer with the diffuser, I feel like gusts of wind is coming through, and it makes me feel like, okay, my hair is going to be dry soon. It was not really like a gust at all. It was a diffused air, like to go from, you know, all the power that's coming out of here, so much so that it kicks back a little, to putting the diffuser nozzle on and everything kind of calming down, and I don't really feel any pressure from any point in the diffuser. I was a little concerned. Now, obviously a diffuser, you're not supposed to feel pressure. It diffuses that pressure, that air diffuses it so it doesn't blow too hard on one spot and create frizz. That might be why my previous hair dryer was creating frizz for me. Maybe the air wasn't diffused enough. There wasn't a whole lot of negative ion temperature reading over 40 times a second, like all that stuff that the Dyson is doing. My previous dryer wasn't doing that. So of course the results aren't going to be the same, but just as a mental note or feel, I wanted that gust, that powerful wind to be coming through to know like my hair is going to be dry soon. So this actually speaks to the timing, because if I feel like this dryer didn't have that same powerful air pressure coming through with the diffuser as much as my previous one did, and it still took my other dryer just as long to dry my hair with this one, where I feel like the pressure is softer, this does cut the time down if you really think about it. Because with my previous dryer, it might have been doing it quickly or the same time as this, but I was getting more frizz. So I ended up having to fix the frizz, blow dry this spot, blow dry that spot at some point anyway. I don't have to do that with this dryer. Like, it's clear that there's not really any frizz at all. This wash and go will last me days. I mean days. And now, since I'm brushing out my curls towards the end of my wash and go cycle, or week or whatever, this is gonna last me a long time. Time saved all around. Would I buy this dryer at full price if I didn't have that Sephora credit? Which, by the way, is still my money. It's just my money from a long time ago. So it felt like I was, you know, getting a deal. But would I spend $400 cash? Yes, I would. Because definition to me is so important with my curls that I'm willing to invest in a tool that's going to help me achieve that as often as I need to, because at the end of the day, I just end up spending more time trying to correct frizz and, you know, areas that didn't really dry that great, you know, using my previous hair dryer. So I would. Do I think it's a fair price? No, I don't blame anyone for being like, absolutely not. I definitely see the value in it because of what is valuable to me, which is my defined curls. From an average consumer point of view, yes. All that air multiplier technology and other stuff I don't really know a whole lot about. I can't prove and really test on my own, but what I can look at are my results, and I feel like I was able to get the desired results that I wanted. You know, I didn't really have any other expectation for this dryer except to give me the defining curls that I want whenever I do a wash and go, and I didn't want a whole lot of frizz. If you're not somebody who cares a whole lot about definition and you're just thinking like, I need a new hair dryer, you want a good one, there are so many other dryers that you can purchase that you will love before ever getting to this $400 dryer. Oh, I forgot, I'm so used to talking about curly hair. I forgot that, you know, some people do blowouts. So blowouts are something that's really important to you and you are concerned with heat damage and all that, then this is a hair dryer that you might want to consider as well, because I can only imagine the concentrated air that comes out of that nozzle for like the blowouts, the concentrator or the smoothing nozzle. Oh my gosh. And it works against heat damage. Like your hair will probably be so shiny and so smooth. Like I wish I could do the whole round brush with the blow dryer, but I refuse. I will literally, Lex will find me passed out in the bathroom or up here with the camera rolling. It would just be a mess. And if you're still undecided, you're still, you know, maybe you want it, maybe you don't, get it. And if it doesn't do much for you, then take it back. Sephora will happily take this back. Just remember, do it before the 30 days or you would only get $400 in Sephora dollars. I want to get back to doing product reviews soon, so if you guys have any recommendations or suggestions of products that I should be doing, then go ahead and put that in the comment section below. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I feel like I'm so out of practice with doing a face-to-face YouTube video with y'all. But anyways, in the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up, share this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Remember to speak your greatness. I didn't forget the most important part. And as always, thanks for watching.